Hello, 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 my darlings. How are you? Did you have a great weekend? You know, Georgianne always has a great weekend. I don't care what's going on. I don't care how I feel. I don't care what's going on in the world. I find that time to have a good weekend. I don't, because what else is it to do but to try to find the time and the space to say, I love you, Georgianne. I love you, Mary. I love you, John. I love you, Taquisha. I love you, Jaquarius. Whatever your name is, call your name and tell yourself you love yourself. You know, because you don't have to wait for anybody to do it. You do it for yourself. Just do it for yourself. I don't know what I got going on here today. I don't know what I got going on here today. But I've been busy and gone all day today. I've just enjoyed just being out and about. And that's what I hope that you are doing also. Because we are people of a certain age. When you're a person of a certain age, you sitting there. You sitting at home. You say, I'm going to see what Georgianne has to say today. This is what Georgianne wants to ask you. What is it you have to say today? Who's listening to you? What are you writing? Have you written a book? When I started this, some 300, oh, my ears hurt. I've been busy all day. I'm on 300 plus, maybe 400 videos. When I started some time ago, I talked to you all about getting a book from the dollar store, getting you a little dollar store book. I love the dollar store. All my friends know I love the dollar store. I have people say, girl, what they have in the dollar store? You'll be surprised. But this is the best thing they have in the dollar store. These books. And this is called a pen. A pen and a book. Now, I know that some of you all, the youngins, are computer savvy. I'm not talking to you. That's good. But I got some people that are people of a certain age that are worried about whether or not they can get their work done. Listen, you used to write. You used to take a book. You used to take a pen. You used to write those ideas. What's happening with your ideas? That's what I need to know. What are you doing with those ideas? And why are they just floating around in your head? Why have you pushed them back in the back? Why don't you bring those ideas forward? Because guess what the result will be? The result will maybe a book that you always wanted to write. The results may be a song. I have songs at this age. Let me tell you. A friend of mine called. She said, I just finished listening to all 7 of your songs. Now, that made me feel good. That made me feel good that she listened to all 7 of them. But the fact that she took time to listen to all 7 of my songs. And you say, and that's just one person, and it's okay. The Grammys are not looking for me, but, they may or may not. She may know somebody that knows somebody. I don't know. But you're saying, well, I don't want to do, I don't know who will look at. You don't know who will look at your work. The payoff is it's too many smart people on the other side of the screen that are just, you're not doing anything with yourself. I started this with what? Super aging. This is our Bible, not the real Bible. I'm not putting anything before God. Now, don't get me wrong, but this is what I use. I don't know them. They don't know me. Getting older without getting old. And I'd like to talk to you about the getting older part because I know we're getting older. I got that. But are you going to leave this earth? You don't know when you're going to leave. You know how many people left home this morning that they're not going to make it back. And they said, I'm gonna do that book. I am gonna, Gonna, not correct. But I'm gonna is in the ground. It's a whole lot. Go out to the cemetery and underneath a lot of names you're gonna see, I'm gonna. Go to the cemetery and underneath the names you're gonna see, I'm gonna. I am going to do. You don't have that kind of time to put off because you don't know when there's not you're going to die. Did anybody tell you you're going to die? I don't know. Maybe you missed it. You didn't come here to stay, but we don't know when that is. So I'm saying I love the scar, but you don't know when that is. So why are you putting off that book? Here it is, right here. What about that poetry? The people on the other side of the screen somebody writes poetry. Write a poem. I started writing poetry under a pen name, Naja Toy, over at Spelman. I was the associate editor of the newspaper. This earring's not working, I'm sorry. And so I, as the associate editor of the newspaper, the Spelman Spotlight, I didn't write poems under my name, so I just used Naja Toy. So why don't you get you a name and write you some poems? Get your little book. Here, look, here's the title right here. It says composition book. Then under that, I got number 2, slice of life and notes. That's what I have. All right. So you put the title of put your name and put poems by. There's some people out there got some great poems. You don't want to write them because you said, well, nobody's gonna like them. You don't know what. You don't know Hurston. They found her stuff. Some of it had been burned. You know, I'm saying that somebody can find your stuff if you just don't take it anywhere. But if you're a college graduate, let me start with a college graduate, and you got a book of poems, I want you to finish those poems in this form. Get somebody to copyright the little book, just this page, these pages, and send it to your college. And they will keep it there till ad infinitum. I'm saying, and then people can come research what was written in 2024 by somebody 55, 65, 75, 82, 22. Send it to your college, and they will preserve it. All right? You know, papers, send them to your college. Put your college name on and say, I'd like to have this put in the archives. And they'll do that because you graduated from there. Did you know that? Okay, that's the college people. Let's talk about the non-college people. You get your work. You put your name on it. Find somebody that knows how to copyright. All right? And as soon as you feel like finish one of these, you get you another one. Finish it out and put your name on it. And leave it for somebody. If you want to, leave it for somebody or get it published. On the other side of the screen are some people who are not believing in themselves, or you're saying it's taking too long. All right. Let me put this down for a minute. Those of you who watch me live, I was at this place. Wait a minute, make sure I get it right. Staples. You see? They don't give me any money, and I paid my bill. This place. I was so happy to be there that this young man, Kyle, he said, you need to come back tomorrow to pick up your printing. But he showed me one of my cards. He showed me this one. He saw me crying. I cried. Tears. You know why? Because I wrote these cards in 1985. And this will be the first time, that I saw these cards in print from 1985. I'm emotional about it now. And that's why I wanted to do this show for you. You on the other side of the screen got some stuff in some boxes up in here. You got children and mess going on and divorces going on and stuff going on. But up in here, there's something else going on. What are you doing with the up in here? I have some friends that are really, really talented and really, really smart. It's like pulling teeth to get them to just admit that they got something going on up in here. But they don't want to admit it because they're looking at the age. They're looking at they got to pay this bill and that bill. Those bills are going to go on. But the content that you're going to leave, do you not understand why you are on this earth? I have said it, and I'm just going to keep saying it till somebody joins me, writes me back, or says something back to me in the comments, in the subscription, that you finally have come to your senses and you understand your purpose. You are here on this earth to create and leave something here. Whatever that is, you're leaving something here besides memories. Oh, it's going to be memories because it's going to be memorable. Write something. Produce something. Script something. Sing something. I know you're out there. You've been waiting for me to tell you this. You're in every country where I go. Where am I? I'm in Canada. I'm in South Africa. I saw a show from South Africa. I was very happy to see some people saying that they were just finding their way. And it finally come to them that they needed to create. And they started creating. And let me tell you something. Don't give me that nonsense about they already got that. How many they got? McDonald's, Burger King. What else they got? Something. Wendy's. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Checkers. That's 4 of them, right? And it goes on. So what? Somebody got a poem. So what? Somebody got a book on your subject. Do they have your information though? Stop procrastinating. I don't know what got me all fired up, but something got me fired up because I know you there. I know you there. And so I wrote something down. First, these cards don't mean anything to you right now, but they will. Look. Beautifully illustrated by Chelsea Glasgow. I will give her credit for the most beautiful illustrated. Look at my cards. Look at these cards came out of my head. These words came out of my head in 1985. I was struggling. I was like, oh my God. I think it was 85. When did Evelyn go to college? Before she went to college then. She doesn't like me telling all her information. But anyway, she was like 16 or 17, 15, no, 17. She was about to go to college. And her grandmother died. And, I used to be able to take her to see her grandmother. And I still had a feeling of family. I've been knowing these people since my freshman year down here in 1960. And I was married. And I had their grandbaby. And then when Mrs. Sanders died, the whole family they didn't know they deserted me. I won't say they deserted me. They just went on about their business because everybody was busy. And I was sitting there one day like, wow, I got to go all the way to Gary to get some family, I wanted somebody to say, hey, Evelyn, come on over here and be with your cousins. She didn't see a cousin anymore. Not a cousin anymore. Nobody. A cousin, an aunt, poof. Like they didn't exist. And she saw, but anyway, it's just the way it is in life. So I did these cards. And there's somebody else like this. Somebody else got a divorce going on like mine over the years. This was over the years. So I was glad to see these cards because I wrote them from my heart. I did. And then then I had to pay Chelsea. I had to pay her to do for the art design. You see, then I had to pay Beverly to get the site up. All that took time. And then I was like you. I didn't believe in myself. I said, I don't know. I kept saying, I don't know. Who cares? But when Kyle printed my cards, he just printed one. And he saw me crying. He saw me go get this. Let me show you what I went and got. An envelope. And this is what I did. Listen to me now. I got a site called www.finicard, F-I-N-I, cards.com. But to see this what gave me, I started crying. Here was a card, and he found me an envelope. And I put the card down in the envelope with pride. This is what I had been waiting for since 1985. What have you been waiting for? Some of y'all in my same age group, but some of you all are younger. But what have you been waiting for since whatever year? Since 2000, since 1985, since 2011. What have you been waiting for? And yes, I put that preposition on the end. Although I heard today that you can put a preposition on the end. I don't agree with that. But anyway, but for this discussion, you see it? And it fits down in there. And I folded it down. And back in this called back in the envelope. See, y'all don't know nothing about this right here. And you said, well, somebody would say, well, how much money you going to get? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I haven't sold one card. But you think that bothers me? I gave and gave and gave. Right now, I have given out. That's how I felt when I wrote this card. And I got it in a card. And it's somebody on the other side of this screen that has said, I gave and gave and gave. And right now I'm giving out. These cards got some emotions behind them that are real. No fake. These not fake words. Now you may not put them in a card like this, but they're online. They're online. And it's called Fini, F-I-N-I cards. And what am I really saying? I'm saying to you, be okay with a feeling of accomplishment. Solo accomplishment. I need for you to have a solo mentality with me. I'm solo. I got God on my side. He fights my battles. Don't worry about anything else. Do you. Do you. I saw a picture of me. Candy Staten got a proclamation today. And I saw a picture of me. I took Candy Staten, Ben Tankard, and the Consolators. Look it up. To London. There was Tony Williams production. And I went to support, but my daughter went to do the television part of it. And they did concert in London before Ben Tankard became Ben Tankard. He'll tell you. I don't make up no stuff. And Candy Staten was already Candy Staten, I believe. You know, but it was a good show, and the Consolators, also went. And unfortunately, one passed away, but you talking about could sing, a talented group of committed to Christ. I never met a group that was so young and so talented and loved the Lord like they did. They should have been superstars, but they are still superstars because God knows their heart and I know their music. And we were all in London. I went alone. I was a tag along, but y'all know me well enough to know, So, where was I going with all of that? I was so excited about today. So I saw a picture of myself. And I said, oh my God, I didn't know that's how I look. And let me just tell you that. This is not going to sound correct. But I never thought I was a pretty woman. But I looked back on my pictures and I was like, whoa, girl, you look pretty good. I never thought I was pretty because I never got pretty out of anybody's mouth until I went to Europe. I could have stayed over there probably been a superstar. I modeled in Canada also. But when I came back to the United States, I could never get, I never could get whatever it is. It just wasn't for me to get. I didn't get it. I wanted to model for Riches. They said I was too big. I was 8, maybe. They didn't do 8s. Oh, it didn't matter. I was trying to do that in the 60s. I could have been a 5 and it would have said I was too big, probably. But I said all that to say that sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot by not thinking that we can do something. And so I'm talking to you today. You know, I'm your friend. I got my glasses. They're still for sale. I just can't sell them yet because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. But it's okay because they just need to hang there. I like it. I can just reach and get me one. You know, I'm more interested in you. I'm interested in what you're going to take from this today. Are you going to do something? How will I know? I don't know. If you don't write me, I won't know. But will you understand that all you got going on up here, how about a pattern? People who like to make patterns, like, okay, so I have a line of clothing. And guess what? All the patterns are back there. Oh, you don't know what back there is. Anyway, all my sketches are in a folder. Where my cards used to be. You see, I'm almost in tears because all my sketches I'm going to get out. And people say, well, you do too much. Who ever heard such a stupid statement as that? You discourage so many people by saying something stupid like that. Let people, if they know how to do 5 things, thank God they do. And let them do all 5 of them. Either one by one or all at the same time if they know how to handle it. You see, I try to do them all together. I can't. Just do them one by one. And getting those cards done, that saved my weekend. I had neuropathy really, really badly from the 3 cancers. But I sat. I sat in pain this weekend. I always tell you I have a good time and I have a great weekend because I do. You see? But I sat in pain and I did my class reunion stuff because Annie's Chaney Jones got us on she whooping us, man. She and Mary Rita. Ooh, I'm getting a whooping, but I got class reunion stuff. But I sat. I looked at my cards. What you gonna do that you can look at? Quit trying to please people. This is a solo thing. This is something you do by yourself. This is called solo accomplishment. Solo accomplishment. Solo enjoyment. Solo accomplishment. Where you just talk to yourself and tell yourself, Lord, thank you for allowing me to follow your lead and get the work done you created me to do. Hallelujah. I love you. And you know you can't do anything about it.